incorporated with Peyote Triangle. So we did the flat herringbone, we did the tubular, and we just twisted in the previous video. So now let's go ahead and make this triangle because it's fun. So I'm going to pull these out of the way. So you really, you know, you've got some good stitches going here. So this little little triangle is, you know, you look at it and say, that looks really confusing, but it isn't. It's so easy to do, and you're going to love doing it. There are a million tutorials out there for this, but I figured I'd throw one in also. So I'm going to take I have a size 10 beading needle and some scrap Fireline on. I've got a, I don't know, I've got a good couple of feet on just because it's, you know, it's so much fun to do that you just want to continue. Take 3 8/0 seed beads. Move these up. Okay. Bring those down to the end of your thread and tie them in a knot. All right, so just put a knot there. Okay, and then, so this is the herringbone part of this little triangle. Okay, go through again. Make sure your knot goes in the same place. There you go. So there you go. You have 3 little beads on your, and I'll pull in a little bit. You have 3 little beads tied together. And you've been doing so much herringbone. Can you see where your herringbone's going to go? This is the herringbone portion. So already it's, you got it. You know what I mean? If you've done the other 2, I'm just going to go up 1 just to get away from my knot. Okay, so there we go. All right. So actually my knot pulled through a little bit, but that's okay. Don't worry about the knot. There you go. So let's do some herringbone. So let's take 2 of the purple beads. Come down. See, that's a little herringbone opportunity right there, right? Put those together. Okay. Then go around. Go down the next herringbone opportunity. Right there. Okay. And then go around. Do it again. Go through. That's where our knot is. The 3rd herringbone opportunity. Okay. Now it looks a little funny now, like what is that? What are you doing? So, but it really isn't. You really, if you notice it, you've got 2 herringbone stitches here, 2 here, and 2 here, and then you've got the little 3 in the middle. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to come up for our next stitch, and we're going to put on some more herringbone. So do 2 more. Let's see if we can get those straightened out a little bit. All right, and now before you can put these next 2 herringbone stitches on, you've got a little space right there, and that's just such a perfect little space for a turquoise seed bead. Put that in. There you go. Now you're ready for 2 more herringbone. See? Put those on. Make sure they sit just right. Again, you can't go straight to put herringbone on up here, so put yourself a little bead in there. Okay? Now put your herringbone on. See? Pull those in, straighten them out a little bit. That's what you have. Now you can't go up. You can't go up this one, you have to step up. So we're going to take our little turquoise bead, and we would normally go through this bead right here to fill this space right there. Just go up both. That one and that one. And that's going to step you up for your next row. Already, look at it. That's the center. So put 2 beads on. Oops. I got 3 going there. Let me get that one off. So take your 2, do your herringbone. Like so. Now, you can do a little peyote, right? We're going on with the peyote. So you have a space here to fill. Let's fill that space. Okay, you can't go up this one, you have another space to fill. Fill that space. Now you're ready to do your 2 herringbone again. Put on your two little beads for your herringbone. You've got that space again for your peyote. Come through the previous turquoise bead. You still can't get to the herringbone. Put another one on. Now you have, see how your peyote is working out there? 2 more beads for your herringbone. Okay, now you're ready to put on peyote, but now you have to step up again. All right, so you would normally go through this bead right here. Just go through 2. And it just about tells you. You see how it's starting to even out now? It tells you where to put them. So you know that this is the beginning of the row, right? Put on your 2 beads. Okay, now you want to fill that space. Go through the next bead. Fill this one, go through the next sticking out bead. And you still can't get up to the herringbone. Go through this one to set you up for the herringbone. So you're filling that space right there. See? Now you're ready to do the other side. Okay? Put 2 beads on. Fill in your peyote. 2. 3. Ready for your next herringbone. Put on 2 herringbone. Straighten those out. You're ready for your peyote. Remember, you've got to step up. So you would normally go through this bead here. Just go through 2. Put you right into position to do your next row. So go ahead and do that for a few more rows, and then we'll come back and we'll finish it off. Okay, see you in a minute. This bead on for the peyote. Go through 2. Okay, and now I just want to finish off the ends of this triangle. Just to give it a little, finish at the top. So I'm going to take 1 seed bead. I'm just going to come down the herringbone. And that gives it sort of a finished look. So then I'm just going to do my peyote. How fun is this? So I've come to my next point. I'm just going to put a little bead there. Just 1. Then I'm going to go through my peyote again. Around again to my last point. Instead of putting 2 beads, I'm just putting 1 on. And I'm just going to finish up my last row here, or my last side of my triangle. Oops. All right, so you probably saw me put that purple bead on there, but I'll just take it out. I always like to leave in my boo-boos. I just do. So here we go. There's one. Because that way if you make it, then you have a way of, you know, taking it out. I mean, it's pretty, I mean, it sounds like it's pretty obvious to do that, but I'm telling you, when I always go back to knitting. If I didn't make a stitch, if I messed up a stitch, and all I had to do was back out, sometimes I was completely confused on how to back out, and I had to call my mentor and say, help. Okay, so I'll just put this last one on. Okay, I'll come through. These guys right here. And there you go. You got yourself a little triangle. Now, there are many things you can do with this triangle. I'm just giving you the basic triangle. All right, so here's your basic triangle. You can put a smaller bead here. Let's say you put, let's say you didn't end it off here, and you wanted it to curve a lot. It started curve a little bit. You can put it in 11-0. These are 8-0s. Or if you're using 11-0s, do a 15-0. And you could really make it curve in. So there are a lot of things. You can also attach pieces. So if you have two pieces and you want to attach them, you would just sew them in a way that, that you could attach them. You can, I just think is the coolest thing. You can make a puzzle out of this. And I'm not going to play with it forever because, don't put on the little end pieces if you want to attach them. You want to make sure you have all the beads attached properly. But look at that. So what if I made a bigger piece and I made, and I put some, put some pieces together. I mean, I think it's sort of endless what you can do with this. I think it could be so much fun. Here are two that I made out of, these are delicas, so it's the same thing. These are 10-0 delicas, and if I sew them, I could sew those together as well. And this could be an awesome earring. You have to end it so you can zip them up, and we've done that before. But look at that! Look how cool that is. What if you made a bracelet like that, and then just did something around the edges of it? So lots of fun. These little triangles, I can make them all day. Make them in different colors. What about sparkly triangles? You can make a pyramid, by sewing them together, and so there are so many things you can do with this. So this is just a little primer on how to make a little, a little triangle, and I hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun making these that I think they're a blast. All right, so there you go. We're kind of done with the how-tos on herringbone. So I'll put all my little herringbone pieces out here for you. So this is everything we've done. All right, so we've got all our little pieces together. So just think of all the fun things you can make now that you know how to do herringbone. All right. Well, I hope all these few videos have helped you. I hope you will play with these with herringbone with bigger beads and just have a lot of fun learning it, because once you learn it, it's an awesome stitch to have in your repertoire. All right. Take care. See you on the next video.